What's up, Horror Fiends? It's your boy, Ricky Grimes. Welcome back to issue 2 of the comic book horror show. I'm here with my two brothers. First of all, I'm going to introduce to you PRockZilla, the man. Welcome to the show, son.
What up? Thanks for having me. First time. It's something comic book based I can relate to and figure based.
Yes, P-Rock, awesome figure collector. My man, he's got an awesome collection. We'll get into that. Joe the psychologist, my other brother. What's up, my man? How are you?
What's up? I'm good. That's my little brother. That's my baby brother. So,
Don't let it happen.
It's gonna happen. But anyway,
Don't do it.
But excited. P-Rock's here to join us. But most of all, we're covering a actual Disney Marvel movie and horror. Yes.
Not only horror. We're talking about a Sam Raimi.
Sam Raimi. That's what I'm saying. They
horror
actually
film.
released one that can appear on our show. So yes, I'm looking forward to this.
We will be discussing Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, directed by the man Sam Raimi. The film stars Benedict Cumberbatch as Dr. Stephen Strange.
That name always gets me, man. I'm sorry. Benedict.
I know.
He's been a dick for how long?
Elizabeth Olsen as Wanda Maximoff, the Scarlet Witch. Benedict Wong as Wong. I just noticed that shit. I never knew that.
Benedict
Wong.
Benedict Wong. Yeah, you never got Benedict Wong. Honestly,
it's Benedict Cumberbatch and Wong's a different person. That's a porn name right there. Benedict Wong.
Benedict Wong.
Xochitl Gomez as America Chavez and Rachel McAdams as Dr. Christine Palmer as a recurring role from the previous film. I never noticed Benedict Wong is playing Wong. All right, P-Rock, since you were the guest, brother, let me ask you something, man. Now, me and you go back, man. Comic books, me and you, man, we collecting since we were fucking teenagers, even younger than that. So this is a book, honestly, for me. I never was a Doctor Strange fan. Not too familiar with his books, aside from appearances he made in the books I collected. But what's interesting is this is a horror influence film. What say you, brother? Like, what did you think about the influence on this? When you saw it, did you catch the horror element on this one? Was it a bit different?
Yes, I mean, especially when they right away when they did the Dead Strange towards the end, when the Hispanic Strange came back to life.
The Hispanic Strange?
Yeah, that was a prequel. When it was in the beginning, they're talking Spanish. Like, and then they're talking Spanish. Then when the other girl met the other Strange, she's like, "You don't speak Spanish?"
Oh, shit, you're right.
Yeah, he's Hispanic.
Oh my god,
you didn't know that?
I caught that. I rewatched it last night, and I did catch that.
When I first saw it, I swear to God, I thought I had subtitles on. I was like, "What the hell?" I stopped the movie, went back to the beginning, I turned subtitles off, and I was like, and it still happened. I was like, "Wait, what's going on?"
Good catch, because when he met our Doctor Strange, he didn't know any Spanish.
They're talking Spanish to each other.
Yeah,
and he got the hair, got the Rico's the ponytail with the.
Dude, Nice catch there. Nice catch.
So anyway, the Hispanic Street, but one of the biggest tales for me I saw when it came horror was Scarlet Witch. That scene where she's walking through the swords and stuff, where she was walking like the ring, or that one scene where she came out the portal like the ring.
Yes.
She was like all like upside down and everything.
God. Yeah.
That when she I was mad about this part, but when she killed Professor Xavier. That was horror right there too. The cloud thing. Are we doing spoilers or we're not doing spoilers?
Yeah. We
No, we were doing spoilers.
Oh, that was Joe's face. He threw me off.
Oh yeah, no, because I got something on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like that was horror right like from the get go too. Just the amount of blood they actually showed in the movie too, compared this is a DC. Marvel movie.
Yeah.
Just the amount of blood they showed too. Like that was tummy horror right there too.
Yeah, Sam Raimi's good with directing horror that's not R-rated, because he did Drag Me to Hell, which was PG-13.
I love that movie.
Fucking awesome movie.
And
he knows how to get around it.
In this movie, I saw references to Drag Me to Hell.
Yeah?
Yeah, like there was
there.
Yeah, there was a few scenes. So for me, like Raimi.
Yeah, how about you, Joe? How about you? So what's your take?
Raimi was all over this. I mean, his hand was all over a lot of the way he shoots his scenes. You know, when they're they're fighting a demon, and that like you're actually looking at the demon fighting. That stuff that's been from the get go from him. So I loved like honestly, it was like an Evil Dead version, but a superhero Evil Dead version is what I got from this movie. A lot of throwbacks to all his old
his camera work. There's one scene where like you see that the camera pushes and choom choom, like oh shit, there you go. That's Rami right
Dude,
there.
that scene when they show Ash was there. That was an Evil Dead scene when
Yes,
his hand attacked himself. That was
Yeah.
an Evil Dead.
That's
When
definitely
he
a
made the
homage
magic.
right there. Yeah. But the funny thing, if you watch after the credits, he's still punching himself, right? Is that
because
He said it last
the
2,
spell
3
was gonna
2, 3
end.
weeks.
I think he said it was gonna be like 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah, 2, 3 weeks. Yo.
Yeah, that's how long the spell went.
Oh man, good shit. Yeah, for me, same thing, man. Sam Raimi, man, like all over, like between the camera cuts, the way he uses violence in a way where it's not like over the top R-rated, but it's there and it's hits you just enough to know, like, oh shit, like you mentioned the massacre scene, which we'll get into that a bit later. For a Marvel film, that's pretty dark, and that's as dark as you can get.
And
Like,
and
I'll talk about this briefly, real quick. Now, with Black Bolt, his death now. Like, if you're gonna do a death like that and keep it PG-13, like that shit
that was a good one.
it's like, mind you, it didn't show much, but it's in your head. Like, oh my god, we know Black Bolt's power. I mean,
Yeah.
I know you guys know more him than I do. He's a strong motherfucker when he opens up his mouth. Imagine if he can't all that power just. So yeah, good stuff. I love the way he filmed it. But another aspect of it, P-Rock brought it up too. Dead Strange. We had a zombie in this film. I watched. I don't know if you guys. I'm pretty sure you guys watched What If, right? With the
Yeah,
Marvel
I did.
zombies.
I watched
Yeah.
What If.
Yep.
I had I got the Marvel Zombies book, got the whole line. I got all the figures. So I was looking forward to this. I thought the Marvel Zombies were going to be in this film, but my only disappointment was, and that's my fault, too much high expectations. We only got Dead Strange. But the fact that they focused all their efforts on one zombie character, I think that made it even better because they went all out with this guy. Joe, what you got to say about Zombie Strange?
I mean, first of all, you got the classic way of a zombie coming up from the grave, like literally coming up from the grave. And then not just that, seeing that he was already like pretty much rotted away. My favorite was basically when
I love when Strange buried him with just picking up all the fucking.
Yeah. Well, and you know what? It's funny because you knew that was gonna come up later. There was like for me, like there was something I'm like, just they focused a lot on just how neatly he put it in there that this is gonna be coming up later.
Oh my god! When in the future, when they went to that Ultron, she was so bad when she took that jacket off, like the lab vest, and she had that blue tight. Oh my! I didn't know she was built like that.
Oh yeah,
she had the fatty and the big. And like, she was like,
yeah,
she's like a question mark, man.
You again got you should see her. I know she was much younger, but you got to see her at Mean Girls. I mean, her tits were just.
I never
like,
watched.
Anyway,
Mean.
So for me, when Christine had told Strange how he can control those demons that were fighting him, that scene was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And he made his cape out of all those demons. That was one of the best scenes for me as far as like, I know it's CGI. It was completely CGI, but it was because I'm a horror fan, dude. That was hauntingly beautiful. I loved him turning full blown. You getting the other arms.
Again, you don't need blood and guts to be a horror film.
No,
those images themselves, bro, evoke the horror.
Yeah. That like I love the Zombie Strange. I need like actually I didn't know he was going to use them that way, which is another thing.
He was like an avatar, correct?
Right. So because he was what do they call it? Daywalking.
Yeah, he broke the rules.
So he used it for daywalking. He broke the rules, which is why all those entities or spirits showed up.
Yeah.
But then he took control of those. So that for me, that this full transformation of him with the fucking cape, that was fucking awesome.
PRockZilla, my boy. Let me ask you, man. Dead Strange, man. I know you're gonna get the Hot Toys figure, right?
Yeah, the Hot Toys figure. Yep.
What do you think,
dude? Just the way he looked, like when he had all his arms behind him, and he was like,
"Oh my god!"
Like, that scene right there, which I'm gonna have displayed him like with the cape, the Spawn-looking cape, was all tattered and ripped up at
tattered.
the
Yes.
I just love like the way it looked and stuff. That like I don't really collect MCU when it comes to figures, but that and the Scarlet Witch in this movie right here, man. Like
It's so unconventional for Marvel, you know. So
I'm still mad she doesn't have the accent anymore, which is kind of stupid. She went from that freaking
Yeah.
not having the accent to like perfect English now.
they
but
explained that. I think they did, right?
they explained it, but
They
come on,
explained
it
it,
doesn't
but
go
What was
away
the
that
what
quick.
was the explanation? What was the
Some
explanation?
magic something, I don't know.
Yeah,
It was like a cheap explanation. It wasn't a good one.
Yeah. But I will say when
yeah.
P-Rock brought up the scene when they were down in the tunnels, that one scene where she popped in and her eyes were all red,
Yep.
and just the way her body looked. I mean,
And you
she
saw the blood,
looked
like,
like
all
a
on
demon.
her. Yep.
She looked like a demon. So that was again, Rami with the way that he loves his fucking demons. That was a full blown demon shot, and it was, yeah, again, a Marvel movie that fucking gave you horror.
If we're talking horror elements, that scene when Scarlet Witch comes out of that fucking portal and you said the ring all
Yeah,
contorted and
Yeah.
that, again, you
I
don't
thought the
need
ring
blood
too.
and guts. That's a horror visual that sticks with you, man, because you're not used to seeing these characters like that. And I love the fact that she was being controlled by the Darkhold. It ain't just out of a character switch out of nowhere, so it's not like bad writing or anything. It was, if you watch WandaVision, it perfectly led into this. So yeah, man, that was a crazy, and the way that she fucked everybody up too.
I was mad about that, man. Come on, dude, my boy Black Boy, he finally got some shine, and then I ain't gonna lie, like this dude he looked pretty cool as Mr. Fantastic. He's got like spaghetti old and everything. Like,
Who it might be?
oh yeah, it's this dude Driver.
Adam Driver.
Yeah, which is
Adam
not bad.
Driver
Not bad.
as Mr. Fantastic.
Good actor, man. He's a good
Margot
actor.
Robbie for Invisible Woman.
That's
I'm
good.
all for it.
Fun.
I'm all for it. I love her.
Pedro
That's why he said he got
Pascal.
No.
for-
Stop.
Not
Human
Pedro.
Torch.
I'm
You better say
sorry.
Human
No.
Torch.
Hold
I'm
on.
sorry,
I'm about to say,
hold
don't say
on.
Human Torch, man.
no,
He's too old to be playing
He's
Human
old.
Torch.
No. It's Mescal. I think it's Pedro Mescal.
I don't
is
know.
his name.
I
want to say he's
I know
British or
Mescal
something.
drinks, but I don't know about the actor.
Yeah, I think it's something Mescal. But he's going to be Storm, Johnny Storm, and then David Diggs for the Thing.
No, let's see. I mean,
That's so
If
far.
it's
That's
done good, man. I'll be
it
happy.
sounds like a really actually a lot of the places that I read. And when you see it in a whole bunch of places,
I also heard that
All
Shia
about them.
LaBeouf was gonna play Moon Knight, and that was everywhere. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Oscar Isaac gets cast. I'm like,
But that was
where
a good
the
choice,
fuck
though.
did that come from? Oh, absolutely, that was. Oh, that's
I love Oscar Isaac.
yeah. I mean, Shia's not a bad actor, but I don't,
No, he's not.
Oscar Isaac, that's the man right there. But yeah, they fucking got body. When I went to the theater and I saw that, I'm not gonna lie, I was pissed. Because
I was bad with Professor X too, man.
Yes, I'm like, okay, they're in the
Ah.
MCU, they're here. We got all these characters. Black Bolt, they cast the same actor.
And he looked cool, man. He looked cool
great.
as fuck for
Look
one.
at the costume.
Yeah, he looked
Yeah.
cool
Put
as
him in the
fuck.
actual costume.
That one scene when they
man.
show him where he actually had to kill the third Doctor Strange. Where he said, "I'm sorry,"
I'm
and
sorry.
then he's like,
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh yes, like, that's Black Bolt. I need
Badass.
Lockjaw. Where's Lockjaw? I was hoping Lockjaw be in the background
Yeah,
somewhere. I was like, oh man. But then knowing that when Professor X came on, they played a little X. Did you notice they played a little X?
Yeah,
The little X-Men.
He's because so when they revive X-Men 97,
Yeah.
Magneto is going to be in charge. I
Yeah.
say Magneto before we started
I say
recording
Magneto,
this.
too.
Magneto, right?
I
No,
said
okay,
Magneto.
right.
I said Magneto.
Thank you.
When
I
I
say
read the
Magneto.
comments, I said Magneto because of you. But when I started reading the cartoons, and the cartoons
All
came
right,
out, I
well,
said Magneto.
so-
I was like, all right, now I know it's Magneto.
Joe's version, Magneto, is going to be now in charge of the school because Professor X died
Yeah,
in this one.
it's canon, which is great.
Dude, that's what, like, when I saw the trailer and I saw his characters, like, oh yeah, Black Bolt, Professor X. I was like, I thought it was gonna be like the intro of the X-Men. I'm like, yeah. And I watched the movie, I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, what
So
the
did
hell?
I.
Like,
I
what
was
the
mad.
hell?
I won't lie, man. I
I was
won't lie.
mad. I was like, come
I
on,
was
man.
fucking mad. They killed.
I stopped the
everybody.
movie for a second. I stopped the movie. I went outside to smoke real quick. I was like, I was like contemplating, should I finish the movie or not? Yo, like,
I was
like,
pissed.
All
that
right,
should hurt my
only-
feelings, man.
Only because we keep bringing up Professor X. Did you notice that Wanda ripped his head off? So when Professor X is in the astral plane, and if you're a X-Men fan, Professor X can go into the astral plane. Whatever happens in the astral plane can happen in real life. And that's how he fought the Shadow King. That's usually where some of the bigger battles happen in the astral plane between Professor X was against Shadow King. So when he went into her mind, he was in the
Shadow
astral plane, which is why he was walking. He wasn't in his chair. So if you
Show.
guys notice, he was walking
show.
because
Show.
in the astral plane, Professor X can walk in the astral plane. So when Wanda showed up behind him and grabbed him and twisted his head, she didn't like break his neck. She fucking ripped his head off and flung it.
He was like this for a while. He's like the smoke was coming. He was just like,
You know,
He
I
tried
tried
he
to
sensed her. I'm like, come
I
on,
chalked it
man,
up
do
to
something,
him
move or
just being
prepare, do
old.
something.
He was old already, so he's
Well,
not
no,
as-
he knew that was him going, "Oh shit, yeah, no." Me and all three of us are like,
What the
this.
fuck is-
I don't know why either.
All three.
I didn't know it was a joke. I'm like thinking, I'm like, yo, this is some bullshit, man. This is some bullshit.
We're all like,
I'm like, oh man, I'm trying to think of anything else that made me like this.
That was. I could agree with that.
the kill count in a Marvel movie was
Yeah.
huge
It was-
because she also killed almost everyone at Carmitage.
I
Yeah,
love
yeah.
that scene, by the way. When she,
I
with the
mean-
way she picked the most weakest-minded motherfucker.
Oh,
in
that was
lineup.
fucking
You know, it's funny.
awesome.
They got like Rick too. That was the funny thing with the hair and everything. He looked like Rick.
It was kind of funny though because she did. The first thing I noticed is the one guy with the long hair.
Yeah, that's why
Yeah.
I was like, look, you
It's
got
like,
Rick,
all
you
of a
got
sudden it's
Rick.
like,
Come on, this
Yeah,
dude ran off
hair.
like a bitch, man.
He did.
You
But
would've-
that was also,
I
if
would
you
have.
notice, Scarlet Witch fucking massacred a lot of people.
Mhm.
Like she
That felt like
basically
horror right there. That's why I
she
was like, this is different.
superseded Michael Myers' kill count. To be honest with you, I think
Yeah, oh yeah, obviously.
she superseded like Michael Myers. You know,
Everybody, I mean, come
Freddy
on, bro.
She superseded
Krueger.
Thanos' on-screen kill count.
Well, I know. So
Oh,
I
I
knew
know
that
what-
this might have.
Oh,
come
on
up.
screen,
on screen, yeah, on screen.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
good shot, good shot.
So, well, no, because Thanos' kill count was a lot more. On screen we got to see like the ones that meant more, and I knew this was going to come up. However, his was just a snap. Fucking Wanda fucking killed people.
Mhm.
Like she fucking fried them, tore them apart. Like she just did a whole bunch of like brutal shit compared to Thanos. Because again, Thanos was just a
Whoa, whoa,
snap.
whoa.
Wait, Thanos?
Thanos.
Thanos?
Am
Is
I-
it
It's
Thanos?
Thanos.
I heard people call him Thanos. I never heard Thanos.
Thanos. I heard Thanos
I've never heard
and
Thanos.
Thanos.
Wait, how do you
not
pronounce
Thanos.
it?
Are you being serious right now?
It's not Thanos.
No, it's not Thanos.
Where's your eye?
Thanos.
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 Thanos or Thanos?
Thanos.
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 Yes.
No,
Are
not-
you Bro, you're scaring me, man. Hold on, I need to sip a beer for this. Hold on.
Wait, it's not Thanos. I'm pronouncing it that THA. I know I'm.
He's like Magneto and then
Come get your brother.
Thanos. Wait, say it again.
So wait, how do you? Thanos.
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 Bro, have you watched the movie? They never say Thanos.
They
I'm sorry, I have a problem with pronunciation, dude. Somebody called me out on it in one of the
Thanos.
my
I
video.
never
This guy
heard
can
Thanos.
pronounce the
I
most.
heard Thanos and Thanos, but I never
Homer
heard
could pronounce the
Thanos.
most difficult Korean and German names, but he can't say Thanos.
Thanos. Wait,
He did it wrong again. Thanos.
Thanos.
All right.
Thanos. I never
Let's
heard
close
of
this
that
out.
one.
Let's
Hold
close
on,
this
I know, but because I wasn't done. Like you guys cut me
Thanos.
off when. Anyway,
Thanos.
thank you, Thanos. Thank you. So I knew you guys were going to bring up Thanos as far as. Did I say it wrong? Oh my god!
That's why I didn't drink. I didn't even do it. I would have spat it on
Damn it.
screen and everything.
I knew you guys would bring up Thanos as far as a comparison on the killing. However, Thanos did a finger snap and you only saw people turn to ash. Whereas in here, you saw people burn. I mean, like literally you saw a witch use her powers and massacre a whole bunch of people.
You can continue your soliloquy.
What the
I
what?
like that word.
What word? What?
Soliloquy.
Man, he
Soliloquy.
pulled that shit out of his ass. That's a good one. I like that.
I like big words.
Yeah, you
I'm
know,
a
you know me.
huge
I'm a
fan of
boy.
big words.
Me too. Me too. You know.
You're
Now
not.
I'm buzzed. Now I'm sorry. You're right. You're
No,
right. You're right.
You
You're right.
asshole.
All right, my brothers. Let's close this episode out. PRockZilla, my man. So let's give us your rating. Joe, please, before we do that, give us the viewers a little insight of what the rating scale is for the show in case they don't know yet.
All right, so we are doing 1 through 4. 1 being epsilon, 2 being beta, 3 being alpha, and 4 the strongest omega.
Coming into it, I know I didn't see it right away, so a lot of people in the figure side the figure community gave it kind of like bad reviews. They said they went in there and they felt like the movie was all over the place. Like they didn't know where the hell the movie stood. Coming into it, I didn't know. I didn't do research in it because I don't like watch. I mean, the MCU I think is more of comedic stuff. So I was thinking it's gonna be a comedic Doctor Strange. So I didn't do much research on it. So I thought it was gonna be something comedic. I know Sam Raimi did it. So knowing Sam Raimi, I know his shit could be kind of confusing sometimes. But if you're a Sam Raimi fan, it kind of makes sense to you. I like after watching it the first time, I do admit I was like, "What the hell is going on here?" But upon watching it the second time, even this third time recently, I appreciate the movie a lot more now too because it makes more sense when you watch it a second and third time because you pick up on the things you missed the first time, and those things you missed the first time is what makes the movie better, in my opinion. So for me, going from your rating, it's not perfect, but it exceeded my expectation because coming in, I was going off of what I heard from other people, and upon seeing it the first time, I kind of felt that way. But then, like I said, after this multiple reviews, I can admire it for what it is. So I'll say alpha.
Awesome. Joe the psychologist. How about you, my brother?
All right. So, by the way, just so there's some credentials here, I did collect some Doctor Strange comics in the 90s. He was part of the Midnight Suns, which, I mean, besides the mutants, I collected the Supernatural. I mean, so I was a huge Blade fan, Hellstrom. So Doctor Strange was part of the Midnight Suns, and he also created the Secret Defenders. He did the original Defenders, which had Silver Surfer in that one.
I got the original books, though.
All right. So, but he did the secret one, and the secret one, he brought in Wolverine, and me being a mutant fan, I collected it because Wolverine appeared in it.
Wolverine's my favorite character.
They put him in everything.
Wolverine and Spider-Man are my two favorite.
And Spider-Man, so the original was Nomad, Spider-Woman, Darkhawk, Wolverine, and Doctor Strange.
God, I have
later on,
right. Darkhawk was in it.
Darkhawk was in it. That was the original Secret Defenders.
Right. And
then later on, the Hulk, which was one of the original Defenders, ended up joining. You had Spider-Man. So yeah, I have a little knowledge on him. Besides, like you said, Rick, with the issues that he popped in on some of the series that you collected. So like if one of your like Moon Knight or somebody was doing something supernatural, Doctor Strange was going to be a guest appearance on there. So I had pretty much, I have knowledge in him. I really appreciated this movie. I'm also giving this one actually because of the horror, and it's Rami. So you automatically get a bump up. This one is an Omega for me.
I'm going to give this an Alpha as well, only because it's Omega is, I'm going to save the Omega. That's going to be whatever's going to hit me. There was nothing really bad with this film, but again, I kind of, in a way, I'm being a little selfish here. I wanted more in a sense. I wanted more Marvel Zombies, and I wish they didn't just kill off everybody so quickly like that. In a way, they made a lot of these characters look like chumps. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that's more nitpicking than anything. I fucking enjoy this movie. And Joe, you're right. This is much more enjoyable than the first Doctor Strange. Complete different. I wish Marvel would take more chances like this, making more like a horror film as part of a franchise. Like Doctor Strange 1 was not a horror film, but this one was. I think DC was making what is that dark group they have?
Justice League Dark.
Justice League. That's been talked
Guillermo,
about.
Please, Guillermo.
What the hell is he saying?
Please,
Guillermo. He said it's Guillermo.
Guillermo.
Another word we find out, he's like different. Hunt. Num num.
For the comic book horror show issue number 2. I'm Ricky Grimes. My man PRockZilla, Joe the psychologist. Thank you once again, my brother. PRockZilla, thank you for coming along, my brother. We waited a while to get you on the show. I'm glad you found time. My brother, when you coming back? I gotta ask.
In October, come back for Werewolf by Night for Joe the psychologist's first Third Mind opening for the Werewolf by Night.
Yes.
And we will talk and discuss this amazing little mini movie that's perfect for Halloween time. So you guys let me know, and I will be here, but definitely in October.
Excelsior!
Salud.